How's it going, IO? In this video, we're counting down part 2 of the top 10 celebrities that won't be invited to the 2024 Met Gala. At number 10, we have Doja Cat. While her music is still as good as ever, Doja Cat is constantly finding herself in hot water these days. After losing nearly 1 million followers for hating on her own fans, she seems to have alienated her remaining fan base by wearing a t-shirt featuring an extremely controversial person. The picture has now been deleted off of Instagram, but not before it was seen by millions. In the photo, Doja is posing in her car while she wears a t-shirt that shows controversial comedian Sam Hyde holding a firearm. After fans called her out on Instagram, she then removed the images but left a blurry photo of herself in the same outfit up on her Instagram story. She then uploaded a cropped version of one of the pictures, but fans made sure she knew that they hadn't forgotten about the controversy. And not too long ago, she called out some of her stans for creating their own unofficial nickname for her loyal fan base, because she didn't sign off on it and she clearly hated the name. She went on a bit of a Twitter rant and wrote, "My fans don't get to name themselves. If you call yourself a kitten or effing kittens, that means you need to get off your phone and get a job and help your parents with the house." Number 9, Justin Timberlake. As we know, Britney Spears recently released a bombshell memoir coming through with some major allegations against Justin Timberlake, which it's safe to say earned him a ton of backlash on social media. Now he's been cancelled like never before. In the most talked about part of their memoir, Britney described her relationship with Justin. She talked about their first kiss as a Janet Jackson song was playing in the background, and the very difficult decision she had to make in the year 2000 after she learned that she was pregnant with his baby. She said, "It was a surprise, but for me it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated." But she said that Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said he wasn't ready to have a baby and that they were way too young. We now understand why sources said that Justin was concerned about Britney's memoir. She also revealed that if the decision had been left up to her and her alone, she never would have gone through with it. But she only did so because Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. Looking back at that experience, Britney said, "To this day, it's one of the most agonizing things I have ever experienced in my life." Number 8, Jada Pinkett Smith. The actress came through with her own bombshell memoir this year called Worthy, and like most of these Hollywood books, it generated a lot of controversy. Unfortunately for Jada, the general consensus was that people did not want to hear what she had to say. Not only that, but some people call her out for straight up telling blatant lies, like when she opened up about her relationship with the late rapper Tupac Shakur and claimed that he proposed to her in prison during his stay at Rikers Island. A TikTok user challenged Jada's account with a meticulous timeline that cast doubt on her story, questioning the authenticity of her narrative. Apparently, during the time Jada claims Tupac proposed to her, he was already engaged to Keisha Morris. So when you place her story against the historical timeline, things start to look a little fishy. So the situation raises the question of when the alleged visit to Rikers Island and the marriage proposal transpired. At the time, Jada was transitioning into a relationship with Will Smith, who had recently separated from his wife. So the timeline just doesn't make a lot of sense. You can see why people have been poking holes in Jada's story. Number 7, Amber Heard. Although the actress is slowly but surely making her return to Hollywood, it's extremely doubtful that she would receive an invitation to somewhere like the Met Gala. Though the past year has been pretty chaotic for her, she stepped back into the spotlight and is a star of a new film called In the Fire. The movie premiered at the 69th Taormina Film Festival in Sicily, and Amber was there for the screening, with red lipstick and her signature blonde hair in old Hollywood glam. Despite all of this though, she has not been able to stay away from controversy. According to new legal documents just released from the defamation trial last year, she made some startling allegations in therapy sessions back in 2021, when she and Jason Momoa were working together on Aquaman. During one particular session in December that year, she said she felt that Jason was trying to play mind games with her by intentionally copying Johnny Depp's fashion sense, right down to the rings on his fingers. She also claimed that he was intoxicated on set and that he was trying to get her fired, which is insanely hard to believe when you think about the fact that he was the one who advocated for her to stay in the movie. So she accused Jason of purposely dressing like her ex in order to mess with her, which, as you could imagine, only created even more drama. Number 6, Johnny Depp. Although the actor is in a significantly better place than his ex, there's no doubt that inviting him to the Met Gala next year would bring a lot of controversy to the event, which Anna Wintour would most likely want to avoid. As we've seen at the Cannes Film Festival, Johnny Depp has made an effort to move on from last year's chaos. He's been taking up new film projects and made it crystal clear that he's getting back in the game. But the festival's decision to include both of the films ignited a firestorm online. Amber supporters, which have been growing in number over the years, accused the festival of endorsing an alleged liar and manipulator. They emphasized the need to stand with survivors supporters and get Hollywood to try and take a unified stance against DV. Then Johnny Depp supporters argue that the festival was choosing sides against him by featuring her movie, given the allegations and counter-allegations that went on between them. Either way, it's no wonder that they're both working so hard to clear their name. Not everyone is equipped to survive the intense controversy that these two have had in the past couple of years. The former couple have been two of the most controversial names in Hollywood ever since they filed for divorce. Number 5. Jonah Hill. Earlier this year, the actor and comedian was exposed online by his ex-girlfriend, who claimed that he was controlling and misogynistic. These events collectively sparked outrage, mostly from other women who said that they've had similar experiences in relationships. It started on July 7th when Sarah Brady shared a series of Instagram stories detailing Jonah's behavior while they were together. She posted DMs and text messages that she claims were sent to her while they were dating. She wrote, "Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. This is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear." So what was in these messages? Well, one of them appeared to show him chastising her for posting photos of herself surfing in a bikini. And when she deleted some of the photos, Jonas allegedly tells her that it's a good start, but that she still doesn't seem to get it. He explains what kind of behavior that he feels is crossing his boundaries, and this includes her surfing with other men, modeling, posing pictures of herself in a bathing suit, and having friendships with women who are in quote unstable places, whatever that means. Number 4. Justin Roiland. The creator and voice actor of Rick and Morty was recently fired from his own show after a series of disturbing allegations surfaced about him. Justin was also charged with felony DV against a former girlfriend, and was awaiting trial for an incident that occurred in January of 2020, which resulted in him being charged with 1 felony count of battery with corporal injury and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and deceit. And if he was found guilty at the time, he could have faced up to 7 years in prison. At this point, Adult Swim then decided to cut ties with him, and they released a statement confirming that the beloved animated series would continue on without him. The news, of course, came as a massive shock to Rick and Morty fans, because Justin is the voice of the 2 lead characters in the show, as well as various other ones. So his attorney then released a statement saying, "To be clear, not only is Justin innocent, but we also have every expectation that this matter is on course to be dismissed once the district attorney's office has completed its methodical review of the evidence." But with everything else that came out about him recently, it looks like his career might have gone out the window permanently. Number 3. Loughlin. The star of Full House seems to have been well and truly blacklisted from Hollywood. In 2019, she became embroiled in the nationwide college admissions scandal along with several college coaches and officials. What actually caused it to make headlines was the involvement of famous actors. Lori and her husband Massimo Giuliani were said to have bribed college officials with $500,000 in exchange for having their 2 daughters appear to be on the USC crew team in order to get into the Ivy League school. Despite the fact that their daughters Bella and Olivia Jade were completely unfamiliar with the sport, the couple pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud, then were hit with additional money laundering and bribery charges. Lori was sentenced to 2 months in prison and is expected to serve her full sentence because there is no time off for good behavior for less than a year in the federal system. Aside from the 2-month prison stint, she must undergo 2 years of supervised release, conduct 100 hours of community service, and pay a fine of $150,000. She released a statement at the time admitting to the crime and said, "I thought I was acting out of love for my children, but in reality, it only undermined and diminished my daughter's abilities and accomplishments." Number 2. Jussie Smollet. The Empire star became the center of controversy when it was revealed that he lied about being the target of a hate crime. In 2019, he claimed that he was brutally attacked by 2 men wearing ski masks in Chicago at around 2 a.m. Jussie then went on Good Morning America to tell his story and said that he was forever changed by the event, but there was already a skepticism swirling on social media. He explained that he did not hand over his cell phone to police because he had private pictures and videos and numbers on there, and said the attack felt like minutes, but it was probably 30 seconds. Little to more than 2 weeks after the alleged incident, Jussie was arrested and charged with filing a false police report. It was eventually revealed that he paid 2 brothers $3,500 to stage the attack in an effort to raise his show business profile. The actor was found guilty by a jury of 5 of the 6 felony disorderly conduct counts that he faced, 1 for each time he was accused of lying to police. As a result, he was sentenced to 30 months probation and 150 days in jail. Although this event has greatly impacted his credibility and reputation in Hollywood, he has recently stepped back into directing and seems to be trying to get back into the industry. And coming in at number 1, Shia Labeouf. The 37-year-old actor is known for his bad behavior and questionable choices, which gave him a reputation for being one of the most obnoxious celebrities that Hollywood has ever produced. When he tried his hand at directing, he made a short film called Howard Cantor, which was shown at Cannes in May of 2012. It received significant acclaim and praise from critics everywhere, but no one realized that the script was stolen. It turns out that Shia copied word for word from a book by Daniel Clowes and did not even give him credit. To make matters worse, when he was confronted about it, he apologized and then later revealed to have plagiarized all of his apologies from other people. Add this disaster to the allegations against him made by FKA Twigs in 2021, and you can see why he's really problematic. The singer filed a bombshell lawsuit alleging that he was physically and verbally violent towards her during their relationship. She also made the claim that he would attack stray dogs in order to get into character for his film The Tax Collector. She even described a time when they were both in the car speeding towards LA and Shia was driving recklessly. He allegedly removed his seatbelt, threatening to crash the car unless she professed her love for him. So there's really no reason that he should be getting hired for any more projects, and it's unsurprising that he is not invited to next year's Met Gala. What do you think about all the celebrities on this list? Are you surprised? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.